Me doing accounting, that is a shocking thing. But my accounting of my videos in my 22-day challenge shows that I missed one on the 27th and also one yesterday for the 29th. So, here's the first of two to catch up. I was digging holes to sink posts for clothesline, and it was hard, man. I got about this deep in the ground out back, and it was rock hard. I In the past, I remember trying to add water to some dirt, and it made it even harder to dig. But this time, I think because our soil here is so much sandier, water might have helped to a point. I still needed to rent a 45-pound jackhammer, and even though I needed to get 20 inches deep, the jackhammer got me about 16 before my back just couldn't handle that work. And then today I was working on digging out the remaining few inches, and I could only go for a certain period until other parts of my body were hurting, like my knees. Golly. My knees are relatively healthy, but just kneeling down was troublesome. So I'm bringing all this up because there are limitations that we have, and we can't always make as much progress as we want. Because we run into these limitations that maybe we can't even foresee, because, even though I planned out the dig and the, setup of truing the post when I get it in there, I've got the concrete and I've planned out my job, but I didn't think, well, I'm going to be on my knees for X amount of time, because I didn't even realize I was going to be on my knees that much. And maybe I'll know this in the future, but what did I do? I didn't kill myself or my knees or my back. I just kind of stopped and said, all right, I'm going to get to this later. And in recovery, we talk about progress, not perfection, because in recovery, we prove to ourselves and to others that working on a process one step at a time works. It yields results. And when we persevere, or when we follow through on our commitments, we are able to receive the benefits of these processes. And that's a really lovely thing. I often break things down in my mind to a simplistic process like cooking or baking. That, magical stuff happens in the oven. I mean, you don't really think about it until you read some scientific cookbooks that explain it in detail about how, different food molecules transform under heat and then interact with each other in different ways. And the French have got this down. And before they got scientific about it, they embodied this amazing aptitude of cooking, this familiarity with different foods. So the point is that there's process that works, and it's good to find processes that work. When I was younger, I wanted to find processes that I could follow step by step and get to a result. And more often than not, it was, really simplistic and I don't know how it's simplistic. I would build plastic models and follow steps, build them in a certain order, and here you get this finished result. And it's less of a process as opposed to just it's not even a recipe. I guess it'd be a recipe. step-by-step instructions. The processes that I'm talking about putting my trust and faith into are, I don't know, I'm having a hard time thinking of different ones besides the one that I experienced through recovery. I guess, going to school and learning your elementary academics. There are just so many different variations on that, but at a certain point you attain a level of mastery where you graduate and you can go for a higher degree. In my experience, that doesn't yield the same clear gifts and rewards that the process of recovery did. I'm going to think about that some more because that's kind of an interesting thing to me. But anyway, here you go. Have a great day.